Hey everyone. At the end of the Kurukshetra, Vedavyasa advised Arjuna and the rest of the Pandavas to announce their retirement and renounce their kingdom. Their main mission was to win the war and see to it that the dharma was maintained. That purpose had been served, and now it was time for them to leave the kingdom. Arjuna went to the eldest Pandava, Yudhishthira, and told him about Vyasa's advice. All of them, along with Draupadi, mulled over it for a while and agreed that they should heed the Rishi's words. Accordingly, Yudhishthira, who was the ruler till then, crowned Parikshit as a king of Hastinapur in care of Yuyutsu. Meanwhile, in Indraprastha, the Yadava prince Vraja was crowned as king. That done, the Pandavas left for their journey around India, finally ending with the Himalayas. Today, let's know about the Pandavas' enticing episode of the journey towards death and heaven. Let's start the video, but before that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. As they crossed the Himalayas, Yajnaseni or Draupadi was the first one to fall and die. Bhima queried Yudhishthira as to why she had died so early on in their journey to heaven. Yudhishthira explained that though she had treated all her husbands the same way, with the same degree of loyalty, she had always been more partial towards Dhananjay or Arjuna. This, he explained, implied straying from the dharma, and hence she earned her karma as the first one among them to perish. The Pandavas continued their journey onwards with a dog following along. After a few hours of walking, Sahadeva collapsed and died. To this, Yudhishthira said that Sahadeva, like his brothers, as virtuous in every respect. Though he was one of the finest human beings ever, his only failing was that he was a little vain and proud of his good looks. With 2 members gone, the others continued onward towards Mount Meru. The next to die was Nakula. Though grief-stricken yet again, Yudhishthira explained that Nakula too, like Sahadev, was a little proud and vain. He was well aware that he was handsome beyond compare, so suffered the same fate as his deceased brother. Arjuna was the next one to perish. He too could not complete the journey. Yudhishthira turned to Bhima and said that Arjuna too suffered from the vice of pride and vanity. He thought that he was the most skilled and most powerful warrior there ever was, and so disregarded others to that extent. Now, Yudhishthira and Bhima were the only ones left. The dog was still following them. After a few more hours, Bhima got tired and fell to the ground. Knowing that his end was near, he asked his elder brother why he too could not make it to heaven. To this, Yudhishthira said that he had the vice of gluttony and used to eat far too much without giving a thought to the hunger of others. He was also vain about his strength and power and therefore would not make it to Swarga. Finally, Yudhishthira and the dog were the only ones left, and they continued on to their journey to Swarga. Yudhishthira and the dog continued on foot towards Mount Meru. Lord Indra, the king of the Devas, appeared before them in a chariot. He suggested that they need to walk up all the way and instead could get into the chariot and they could travel together to heaven. To this, Yudhishthira replied that he could not go to heaven leaving behind his brothers and Draupadi. Indra assured him that all of them had already entered the gates of heaven. The Pandava prince then queried Indra if his 4-legged friend could accompany him there as well. When Indra replied that the dog would be denied entry, the former refused to leave his canine companion, saying that it would be wrong to abandon the only creature that was loyal enough to accompany him all the way. Yudhishthira was aggrieved that he could not help his brothers or wife in any way. He had helplessly watched each one collapse and die, but he was sure he would be able to take care of the dog that was presently alive with him. Indra urged him to be practical and consider his own welfare first, to abandon the dog and join him in his chariot. But Yudhishthira, being the Dharmaputra and always righteous, refused the Deva's offer. The dog that was watching this dialogue suddenly transformed and reappeared as Lord Dharma, the father of Yudhishthira. Dharma praised him for his virtuous behavior and adherence to what was right. He said that he was proud that there was none equal to him and hence that he had earned great karmic merit by way of his deeds. Then they all proceeded towards heaven. On their way, they met sage Narada, who informed them that Yudhishthira had transcended the spiritual level of even the greatest sages. Hence, he said that the oldest Pandava prince would be allowed entry into heaven in his human body, a privilege no one else ever had gotten so far. Offering salutations to all deities present there, Yudhishthira entered heaven on Indra's chariot. This is where we find solace with a happy note, with Yudhishthira being joyful, meeting and joining his family in heaven. He gets to reunite with Karna, the rest of the Pandava princes and the Kauravas as well, free of any hate, enmity or rivalry. Taking a tour of heaven and hell, Yudhishthira was upset when he found evil people in heaven and good people in hell. He questioned the Devas, asking if they ever had a sense of fairness, if they knew to bestow justice at least after a person's death. In anger, he demanded to be sent to hell where he would find all his loved ones. Then, the Devas revealed to him that all his loved ones were actually in heaven. They removed the fake hell that they had created for him just for show. The Devas explained to Yudhishthira that he had to undertake the tour of hell as he had committed the major sin of lying to his guru Dronacharya that his son Ashwathama had died in the battlefield. During the great war of Kurukshetra, the Pandavas were well aware that they would be no match for their teacher, Drona. The latter was causing much havoc for the Pandava side, killing several hundred soldiers and even senior warriors from their side. On Krishna's advice, Bhima killed an elephant named Ashwathama. He then approached Drona and told him that Ashwathama had perished on the battlefield. The Guru refused to believe Bhima, saying that he would accept it only and only if Yudhishthira told him so. Much against his conscience, Yudhishthira told the Acharya Ashwathama Hata, meaning Ashwathama is dead. He then whispered to himself, Iti Kunjara, that is, the elephant. Hearing these words and missing the last part, Drona believed that his son had been martyred in the war. He fell to the ground in grief. Taking advantage of that moment of weakness, Drishtadyumna, that is Draupadi's brother, beheaded Drona, killing him instantly. In this way, Yudhishthira had been responsible for the death of his own guru. That was the reason why he had to bear the horrible sights of hell for those few minutes. Lord Dharma appeared before him and congratulated him for always upkeeping Dharma. Then the Devas decided to send him to Vaikuntha, the abode of Lord Sri Mahavishnu, where he would find eternal joy and peace. Next, Yudhishthira met Krishna in his form as Vishnu. He also met Draupadi in heaven along with his other brothers. Draupadi, he realized, was actually an aspect of goddess Shakti who had taken human form and lived on earth. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're liking Nerdy's discoveries. Can't wait for the next video to learn more and be fascinated about. See you on the next. Bye.